Hey everyone, Kyle Walker here. If you love cars, fixing things, or just want to understand your vehicle better, you're in the right place. I share hands-on tips, smart driving advice, and straight-up car talk without the fluff. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and stick around till the end. You don't want to miss what's coming up. Let's get into
Driving
it.
a passenger or commercial vehicle is a responsible task. To obtain a driver's license, it is necessary to prove that the applicant has the physical characteristics that allow you to drive, regardless of the experience. When a medical examination may be required. Current amendments to the procedure for obtaining a driver's license came into effect in 2016. The changes also affected the part of passing the medical commission. According to the new rules, a scheduled examination is carried out in cases of intentions to obtain the first driver's license, loss of the document, expiration of the driver's license, obtaining a permit for international transportation, unscheduled visit to the doctors will have to, at the driver's voluntary decision, when investigating the circumstances of road accidents, to assess the driver's state of health at the time of the accident, when diagnosing a disease that may lead to the loss of driving privileges. On the referral of an attending physician, it is possible to start learning to drive without passing the medical commission, but the certificate must be submitted to the driving school before passing the exam. What doctors do I need to pass? The list of doctors you need to pass to get a license depends on the category of the driver's license. In any case, the examination takes place at a psychiatrist, a narcologist, an ophthalmologist, and a family doctor or a therapist. The family physician gives a referral for doctors and tests. The prospective driver will have his or her heart, blood, and urine checked. Additionally, it may be necessary to visit an allergist. If a young person plans to drive commercial vehicles and carry out transportation of goods and/or passengers, the requirements for such applicants are stricter. Here it is necessary to visit an otolaryngologist, neurologist, and other specialists. After all, the responsibility of such a driver is much greater. In addition to an ophthalmologist, surgeon, therapist, and other specialists, women must undergo a gynecological examination. If the fact of pregnancy of more than 20 weeks is established, the doctor will not prohibit the examination, but the patient will be able to drive fully only after childbirth. This is the end of the differences in passing the medical commission for men and women. Refusal of psychiatric or narcological examination, is it legal? It will not be possible to avoid visiting a narcologist and psychiatrist. No driving school or traffic police authority will not accept a certificate without the signature of these specialists. The driver must prove his adequacy and awareness in driving. After all, he will be entrusted with their lives and values relatives, clients, or strangers. Read also, who needs the rights of Category M and how to get them. How much does a medical certificate cost? On average in the country, obtaining a document will cost 2,500 rubles. The final cost depends on the category of the driver's license, the purpose of passing, and the number of specialists. Detailed information can be obtained from the registrar's office of the local polyclinic. Potential drivers should be warned about offers to produce a medical certificate with all doctors' signatures. An experienced police officer or driving instructor will recognize a fake document, and the candidate who brought such a certificate risks getting a criminal record for falsifying the document and getting kicked out of driving school. Documents. To pass the medical commission, you need to have with you passport of a citizen, military card for men, 2 color photo cards, 3 by 4 centimeters. Some polyclinics make photos themselves, old driver's license, if available. Where to pass the driving commission for a driver's license. You can get the cherished certificate in accredited medical centers. Their list is published on the internet and on the information boards of local police departments. Large driving schools have their own units that are engaged in issuing certificates to drivers. Employees of medical institutions pass information about the driver's health directly to the traffic police, so the risk of giving a fake certificate is reduced to zero. Questions may also arise if the places of passing the medical examination and training at the driving school are different. To avoid misunderstandings, pass this stage at the place of obtaining a license or driving training. Validity period of the certificate. According to the Order of the Ministry of Health of 2015, the validity period of a medical certificate is 2 years. Certain categories, Persons under 21 years of age, professional drivers, or people with health limitations receive a document for 1 year. Validity periods are the same for motorists and motorcyclists. Certificates issued 3 years earlier than the order are valid until the date specified in the document. Health restrictions for a driver's license. Persons who are found to have non-critical health disorders may be allowed to drive a car. Some diseases will not allow you to drive an inner-city bus or a long-haul truck, but no one will prohibit you from working in a passenger cab or driving your mother-in-law in a private car. A corresponding note is made in the license and certificate. Deafness is not a barrier to obtaining a driver's license. A corresponding sign is attached to the glass of the car, which is obtained in the local department of the traffic police. Visual acuity must be at least 0.6 for the good-seeing eye and 0.2 for the worse eye. When undergoing training for trucks and buses, the requirements are stricter, not less than 0.8 for a clearly seeing eye. A similar requirement applies to one-eyed drivers. When wearing glasses or lenses, the diopter difference must not exceed 3. A note is made in the driver's license about the admission to driving on the basis of diopters. Restrictions apply to female drivers with a pregnancy term of 20 weeks or more. With a severe course or an increased risk of premature labor, the gynecologist has the right to prohibit driving until the birth of the child. Read also, blackening of wheels. Everything you need to know about methods and means medical clearance will not help if the candidate's examination reveals color blindness and other color perception disorders, organic and mental disorders, disorders in the cardiovascular system, diabetes mellitus, cirrhosis of the liver, peptic ulcer, exacerbations of hypertension, epilepsy. Regarding epileptics, there may be exceptions to the issuance of driver's licenses. The chance to get a crust have patients who have experienced an attack more than 6 months ago at the time of obtaining a certificate. Also, those who have an epileptic seizure during sleep are eligible to drive cars. Only patients with a 10-year break in seizures can drive commercially. Medical examination when replacing a driver's license. Is it necessary to undergo a physical examination to replace a driver's license? The answer is both positive and negative at the same time. It all depends on the reason for application. If a driver's license needs to be replaced due to mistakes in writing personal data, it is not necessary to undergo a medical examination. But if it is a question of withdrawal of the license for violation of rules or due to expiration of the previous document, a medical examination is mandatory. It is especially important to undergo a medical examination after deprivation of driving rights for driving under the influence of alcohol. It is obligatory to visit a narcologist and a psychiatrist. With the first violation, the driver will conduct explanatory work, and with a repeated violation, may prohibit the issuance of rights until treatment for alcoholism or drug addiction. Conclusion: there is no need to be afraid of passing a medical commission for driving. It is important to approach this issue with all responsibility and honestly describe your well-being. Perhaps this time you will not get the coveted document, but you will be able to treat the identified diseases. And then you will become a happy and healthy member of the automobile community. In conclusion, navigating the medical commission for a driver's license involves understanding various nuances that can significantly impact your experience. From the specific health requirements to the importance of thorough preparation, being informed is key to a successful outcome. Remember to consult with healthcare professionals and gather all necessary documentation ahead of time. By doing so, you can enhance your chances of passing the medical examination and moving one step closer to obtaining your driver's license. Thank you for watching, and best of luck on your journey to the open road.